And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Fiction Falls live show for North is the Night.
We have 2 editions?
I have a signed ARC edition that I won, and then I have the standard edition. I just flipped the cover.
Very
Seeing as
cool.
I have the cover, I wanted to represent both girls.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, is that what that is for?
Yeah, because if you open the original copy and then turn it over, it has the other cover.
It's the underworld. It's their underworld on the other side, and then this is above ground, which is why there's snow on this one and not on this one.
I was wondering what the difference was. I was like, okay, one's glossy, one's matte. I don't see the difference.
Because it's
Also, I didn't
girls.
even say, welcome back to Reed's Readers from your host, Clint. I just dived on in. We're going to start with our introductions and star ratings. I'm going to go ahead and say mine because it's an obvious. This was my favorite book of last year. It still holds up to a 6-star. What I can a little bit remember from the reread. Brain, not fully here, but obviously a 6-star when I have 2 editions.
Right.
So, and I need the sequel like yesterday.
Yeah, I get excited for the sequel.
And then I'm going to kick it off to Amanda.
Hi, everyone. In case you don't know who I am, which I'd be surprised if you didn't, but I'm Amanda from Amanda's Booktopia, and I am the co-host of this Fiction Falls. And I ended up giving this 4 stars because I really enjoyed it overall, but I wasn't obsessed with it. And so it wasn't necessarily anything bad about the book because I did enjoy it. I just wasn't like obsessed. Like for a while, like halfway through the book, I was obsessed for like a little while. And then the last half, not that it wasn't great, I just didn't like love it as much as the first half. So it was just, that's why I landed on a 4-star form.
Understandable.
Yeah. I'm Nikki. Hi.
Our special
I was just gonna go into the book, but yeah. Hey. Some of you may know me, I guess. But I feel the same way, Amanda. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna settle on. It was a 4 for the majority of the book, but I think the ending just wasn't what I wanted. And so I think I'm settling more on a 3.5, but it could be anywhere between there. I did really enjoy this one at the beginning. I was really loving it, and it could have just been my reading experience, like how I had to stop for a little bit and get back in. But the ending just, I don't know. I wasn't loving it. And if you guys know me at all, there's a little thing that happens at the end that I am just not a fan of. And so that really didn't make me happy. And then, we'll discuss it obviously for other reasons, but yeah, I think, I don't know, it could be anywhere. Honestly, it could be anywhere from 3 to 4. We'll see. We'll see.
So we have a couple of comments. Thank you, Ray. Ray says to have a good show.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, at some point he's going to go get me Starbucks, like usual.
Shocker. A live show without Starbucks would be weird.
Right?
We're not surprised.
Karina says, hey, I wasn't able to finish this one in time. Kind of hit a slump lately, but I hope y'all have a good chat.
Oh, thanks, bestie.
Thanks for stopping by, bestie. Okay, so I have a lot of just basic questions that we're going to start with, and then I have a couple of like more in-depth ones because I was trying to come up with questions and I was having a hard time. And then I was like, well, that kind of just fits like the basic questions that I ask anyway, so we'll just keep the basic. So just to start with, what were our thoughts on the 2 girls? On wow, names escape me. 1 second.
Siri, was it Siri and not you, Siri.
Aina, how do you pronounce
Siri
that?
and Aina, however you pronounce it.
They said it a million times. I don't know. I still don't know what they are.
Shut up, Siri. Shut up, Siri. Shut up, Siri.
I know, mine did the same thing. I was like, you need to hush, girl. Okay. I'm gonna I want to say it now. So that was one thing that really hindered my reading enjoyment was the amount of different names and how similar a lot of the names were. Like that was rough. But I like not to dominate the conversation, but I liked both girls. I loved both of their storylines, and I loved seeing them kind of grow into their characters' plot throughout the story. But I do think I don't know. It's like I don't know if I can pick one over the other because I liked both sides of it. I really liked that we got both sides of that in a separate kind of way.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was kind of interesting too. Sorry, my phone keeps going off.
It's Siri. It's Siri. She's hearing us all.
I will say, Karina gave us the other girl's name and said Aina, and says that means land in Hawaiian. So
Oh,
that's
Karina
I
is
did not
from
know that.
Hawaii.
yeah, she's Hawaiian. I did like her. I almost think I might like her story more so just because of the darkness in that.
I liked diving a little bit more into like the underworld. It's a different
Mhm.
type of underworld than what we typically see with like Hades and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like this one is like so unique, and it makes me want to read. Kind of want to read some original Finnish folklore tales because it
Yeah.
kind of was interesting.
It's very interesting, especially with all like the gods and goddesses that were kind of a part of that. And I think that's what I liked so much about that one. But I did like the shaman aspect of series side too. So
Also, I read this physically. I didn't listen to the audio, so I was kind of guessing how to pronounce names because
good luck.
the glossary does not tell you how to pronounce them.
No,
It doesn't.
no, and the names are wild.
Listen, my first reading of it was the arc before it came out, and I'm over here going.
Is it Vainamoinen?
I was like, I-N-E-C. I'm
You
gonna assume Siri, or is it sorry, or
you
is
know
it?
that little clip goes around on TikTok and it's like when they're talking about reading a fantasy but you don't have the audiobook and they're just like making up the names or like blurring the names because they just need to get through it. I'm like, I feel like that would have been me. It still was, even with the audiobook telling me how to pronounce it. I'm like, if I would have read this physically, I wouldn't have known a gosh darn name because I would have just skipped it. And I would be like, oh, okay. V. That's what we're going with you. Okay. All right.
And it's, is it Tuanella, Tua?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it Tuonella? Juanella? I don't know.
I still don't know. I still don't know.
Also, another thing, I was trying to keep all the gods and goddesses straight in my head, but there was so many, so I was like trying to like I was referring back to the glossary a few times.
Yeah, that was part of the reason why I can't give it a 5.2 because I'm like, this is too much. It's too much, and I can't keep anyone straight. I can't keep anyone straight. Because they'd say a name and I'm like, oh, okay, this is so and so, and they're like, oh, actually, this is so and so, and I'm like, what?
I'm sorry. There's a joke there, and I have to say it. Was this story supposed to be kept straight? Sorry. Continue. My brain wouldn't go past when you said I couldn't keep anything straight. I was like, but is it supposed to be kept straight?
Well, that was confusing in itself, to be honest. That was another reason
It tells you in the glossary who's who, but it doesn't tell you how to pronounce anything.
I know.
Tuonatar, I don't know. I'll just guess.
I mean, I think that's actually what they said, so I think you're on the right track there. But yeah, this one was wild with its names.
Yeah, some of them were easy to pronounce, like Kalma. Like that I could pronounce.
Yeah, that one. All right.
And Atso.
Is it just me? I didn't want to attach to any of the side characters because I just assumed they were going to die. At some point.
I couldn't attach to anybody because I'm like, I don't know how to keep it straight. And then there was a character brought up at the end that seemed to be a part of the whole story, and I was like, where did you come from? That's how it was. It was like so many. I don't know.
Karina says she never made it past chapter 10, sadly, but she'll be sure to watch this back when she manages to finish it sometime in the future. TTYL. Love you, Karina.
Love you.
Love you,
Thank
And
best.
if you never finish it, it's fine. I understand. I will not be hurt. I know I've hurt
I
you
mean, I
guys
have lots to keep
enough.
track of in this book, so I get it.
I was like, I also know I've hurt y'all enough by not finishing or not liking things that y'all love, so I get it. It's fine. Was there anybody that stood out that you did not like in the story?
Yeah, what was the mom?
The Witch Queen.
Yeah, the
for
witch
me.
queen. Wasn't she the mom with the kids? Or am I
Yeah.
getting it wrong? Yeah,
Yeah,
she's the mom with
The
the
wife of
Tar, however you pronounce that.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Tunatar?
kids. Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Tuanatar?
Sounds
Or Tunatar?
Tunatar.
Either way,
Where's Tunatar?
I called her Tuna when I first read it.
Tunatar.
Oh God! Oh God! I didn't even think about that. Frida McFadden, Tuna. Sorry, my brain now. Never mind. I didn't even put two and two together until I just said that I used to call her Tuna.
Negative stars. I'm doing that rating right now. 0.
That's why I started laughing when he said tuna.
I know. When I saw the look on your face, I went, "Oh crap, Frida McFadden." Sorry.
I think that's the only book from her that I did not like. But back to this book. I think the one I don't think I even talked about the one that I liked. The goddess that helped Siri and Aina, that's how you pronounce it, escape. I did.
Was it the moon goddess?
She was the one who did the weaving.
Oh, yeah. She was a great side character, though.
Yeah, she was the one side character I actually really liked.
Are we talking about Mia Leakey?
She helped Siri a lot.
No, that wasn't it.
Not Siri.
Leviatar.
Oh yeah, in hell. Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one.
She's the one who like sent her to do the weaving to like help her.
Yeah. I liked her, and I liked being in Aina's head. I think that's how you pronounce it. A little bit more than Siri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Siri was. I felt Siri was a little bit naive and thinking she was, like in the way she was thinking. I wouldn't call her a least favorite character, but she wasn't a favorite.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like she was too much like thinking about herself.
Especially at the end, like right at the end. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't want to say anything until we get there, but like when the letter was being read and she was like, she made it about her and her feelings versus the A girl one and what she was feeling and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel the same way, Amanda.
Also, hi Jasmine.
Hi,
Jasmine.
Hope you feel
I hope you feel better.
Okay. So, do we have any favorite scenes of the book? We'll start with that.
For me, one of my favorites was when Siri, not you, Siri, jeez, when when Cal like transformed from the bear to the shaman, that was really cool. I love that whole aspect. Like that was one of my favorites. Like was Cal as the bear, and then in coming into the shaman, I really love that. I don't know. It felt very nostalgic in a way because I feel like we've read stories as kids of like how that was like a thing. I just really liked that a lot.
Right. One of my favorites. What's his name? Aina's the guy that she ends up marrying when he actually helps Aina and Siri escape at the end. When he finally realized that she's in more danger being there than she is in the in her other realm. Like he finally realizes, this is a dangerous situation for her. Let me help her escape. So I really loved when he finally did that.
Agreed. I liked both those scenes. Those were the first two that popped in my head, actually.
Really?
Yeah, that and just the like we were talking about the Weaver goddess, and just
Mhm.
I could underline hear what she was saying when I first read it, the first time I read it, where she was like being kind of mean to Aina, but at
Mhm.
the same time she wasn't. Like I could hear that slight nurture in her tone
Mhm.
as I was reading it, or at least that's how it came across to me. And I was like, ah, this is the goddess that's going to help her. Something about this tells me she's going to help. And then I was like, watch, she's going to be the one to stab her in the back in the end. And when she didn't, I was like, okay, yay, yay, yay. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. I was nervous about that too, but I'm glad that that's not the outcome we got.
But I just kept thinking, because we know our gods and goddesses based off of like mainly Greek mythology or Egyptian. So my head started placing how certain gods would react by like, oh, this one reminds me a lot of this god over here. So maybe they're going to interact that way. And then when they didn't, my brain went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Need to change my entire mindset here that these are like completely different with the way
Yeah,
that they view things.
I haven't read a lot of Finnish or any Finnish mythology at all. I think
Mhm.
Greek is obviously a big one, Egyptian, Norse. That
Mhm.
those are like the ones that we mostly, at least I feel like,
Yeah.
mostly know about. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting. Definitely makes me want to dig a little bit and look more into it, especially before the next book comes out, because I know we're going to get hit with more. And it would be nice to be a little bit more familiar with them as we go into it.
Mhm.
Right.
So, did we have any scenes that we did not like
Yeah.
anywhere in the book?
Nikki's like,
This is a good spot where we can talk about the thing that Nikki did not like.
Yes.
So,
Why are we having a baby? Why we have a baby in there? Why we bring
I
the
knew
baby?
it. I knew it.
What was the point? I mean,
Yeah.
I understand when he explained like
the
what the
prophecy.
baby, yeah, what the baby, like the prophecy and what the baby could be and whatever. But I'm like, why do we need a baby? I'm so. I'm gonna shut up because I'll go
I
out.
think the baby wait until like the next book at least.
Yeah, and then we end it with the baby. Come on, no.
See, I'm curious if this story is actually based on one specific myth, and these are actually characters in that myth.
Could be
That's what I thought too.
Because the baby came out of nowhere for me.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like-
did you? I mean, what did we do? Like one time? I don't remember. I don't know what's happening here, but
And Nikki's like, I hate surprise pregnancies.
Yeah, when I was
I'm
told,
not expecting it in a fantasy.
Right?
when I was told by Karina that you were reading the book, I went, oh, 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 we're gonna get to that one spot. Not gonna like.
Why would you want to bring a baby into this world? Anyways.
Why? Why would you want to bring it into that world? Like that's. But I mean,
Yeah.
I get what he said about prophecy, and I get the fact that
A
like
baby
death
is
and hope are kind of going to be merged together, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know why we feel the need to throw in babies. I don't get it. I don't get it in anything. But especially because like I'm just over here reading this little wintry magical fantasy, and you're slapping a baby on me. And what
See, I can understand bringing babies into stories like if we have an entire series and every book's by different characters and oh, we see past characters. Oh, she's pregnant. Cool. That's not throwing in a random pregnancy.
right?
This felt like okay, so the girls are supposed like I'm going into this new somehow some way the girls are getting together.
Mm.
This is listed as sapphic fantasy. So there has to be some sort of sapphicness somewhere.
Which threw me because I did see it marked as
Mhm.
like a queer read, and the whole book. I mean, I got up to 60% before I hit today, and I was like, yeah, I don't see where this is gonna. Because I could see maybe at the beginning if they were Like their friendship was very close. So I'm like, okay, but then like they both went on to do their own thing. She did her thing, obviously. And then here we are. And then I'm like, what? That was another reason. So it was literally like the ending really messed me up because it was the surprise pregnancy and it was I felt out of nowhere kiss. And then all of a sudden they're snuggled up, shacking up with her and her baby from her husband. And I'm like, what is going on?
I know. I kind of felt the same way a little bit. I just think how hilarious it is that we're on the same page on this book, Nikki, because we're
never on the same page, Amanda. This was the one to do it.
Right?
I love it. I could bring you all together.
Yeah, because I'm still salty about Foxglove.
See, when I got done with the arc, she did like a little bitty live show stream on Instagram. While I was watching it. Towards the end of it, she's like, yeah, okay, the first one does have sapphic elements, but the sapphic relationship isn't really until the second one.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, it needs to be marketed a little different then.
Yeah.
Because people are going to go into this expecting some epic sapphic fantasy.
Yeah.
Which we don't get a lot of those.
Yeah.
So we're excited, especially we don't get ones with like Finnish folklore, or we don't get ones with this kind of a storyline.
Well, I was
so excited to read it.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, I'm going into it with this expectation. And then a whole ass marriage happens. And I'm like, okay, so for 70+% of the book, we had this very hetero relationship going on, and she was very into it. So there was not like I had any questions that she wasn't like, oh, I'm only doing this for this reason, which was the start of it, obviously. But like then they were pretty, and so then out of nowhere we just get this like sapphicness, and I think that's what really, like, if it was playing into it and it was a build up to it, I would have been like, okay, great, I love this, love to see it. But it was not a build up to it. It was out of left.
It really wasn't.
Yeah, and then, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved the relationship between Anya and the God of Death, because you know what it reminded me of, and I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything except for a series name, so don't say anything to spoil anything. But it reminded me of Belladonna.
Ooh.
And I think that's why I loved it.
What?
I've only read the first one of that series.
Okay, well, I'm not spoiling.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying.
I recommend Belladonna though.
But yeah, but I'm like, I really like how this dynamic is, and then all of a sudden that dynamic was severed, and then we're shacked up with a girl, and I'm like, okay. All right.
I will say the only thing that I could think that in my brain like forgave it was Ayana got what she's always wanted. She wanted a husband and she wanted a child.
Yeah, and I think that's why she
gave her, and that's what gave her the comfort to actually tell Siri that she loved her, kind of thing, like that, because she got to experience what she was always raised, and she got that little bit of an experience. Now she's like, okay, I got that, but is that really what I wanted? No, I really want her. So it's like that's the only way my brain could forgive it.
I can see that because she did express like, yeah, she did express that kind of she's low-key been soul tied to Siri this whole time too. So yeah, I can see what you're saying with that. I can see what you're saying.
So I'm like, I think that's the only reason why I forgave it on when it flipped. And I went, okay, I see what you're doing there. Okay, we can move on.
I get that. I just wish it waited till the next book.
Thank you.
Because I felt like it kind of took away from my enjoyment of this one, which is why it's a 4-star, not a 5-star, because it just felt really misplaced in this particular instance.
It did. What they should have done was with the whole end scene, they should have just let it be friends are back together. She's helping her friend through this.
Happy for now, kind of
whatever.
thing.
And then the second book, they should have picked it up and then had the build up to it, and then let that flow naturally into what it is now. I think that would have been so much better. And then I would have liked this book a little bit more. I mean, obviously, I still don't like the thing, but I would have liked it a little bit better having those two things at least separated, because I feel like it was so quick. And really, I would have loved to see the buildup. I would have felt more, because now I'm like, okay, I liked you guys as friends, and I love that you were trying to find your way back to each other as friends. But now I have to adjust myself to this relationship, and I didn't even have time to prepare because I was investing into this relationship and into this journey. And so, if they would have pushed that to the second book and had that sweet build up to it, and like, oh, she's helping me with my child, and I'm feeling it, and then there's like soft touches, and then there's like looks, and we built up to it. Chef's kiss. But this was not it.
See, I'm kind of curious where book 2 is going to start.
Yeah.
Are we going to start right as it ended, or are we going to fast forward for the child to age?
I guarantee the child will be at least 5 years old.
Yeah.
You have to travel with them, right? And it's going to be a lot harder to travel with a baby than it is a child. So I think anyway, I have no idea because I didn't even know there was a second one coming out. But I think he's got to be at least 5 years old.
Yeah, plus we need time for it to build for like the child to have a relationship with his father, because at the end of the book he's like, well, I'll bring him to you.
Yeah.
I have to bring him back. So it's like, I'm sure in some ways they're gonna have to build that relationship before they can even move on with the book.
I will say at the end of the arc, which I don't think is in the end of, let me see, is it at the end of this book? Oh, it is. The story Ayana and Ciri continues in book 2. South is the Sea. Join Ciri, Ayana, and Kale in their next adventure as they fight to expel the Swedish invaders and finally bring the true religion back to the people of Finland.
Yeah, but it doesn't give us a timeline.
Yeah.
So I personally just think that it would be a jump, but it could very well be a immediate follow-up. So I don't know.
Right.
But it would make sense, I think, to have some time to, because then we can talk about what happened in those however many years the child is, about the him going to see his father on like the longest day of summer and winter or whatever, and then to kind of have that relationship already developed between the two, because honestly it already is, so there's no building up to it in that aspect. And then obviously it's going to give us some time between what just happened and the next big threat.
And also another thing, another one of my least favorite scenes really is the whole thing with Lumi and the wolves. Like, I felt like that was kind of misplaced a little bit. I felt like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I know, like, they're trying to give Ciri all these obstacles to get past, to get where she's going, to get her best friend. But I felt like that one is kind of like, was there for the sake of having another obstacle, not really because it was really necessary.
Yeah.
I also don't feel like Ciri's journey needed the obstacles as much.
Yeah.
No, it was her journey compared to Anya's, or however you say her name. I think they were completely different. Like, really, Ciri's was more, I don't want to say low key, but it kind of was. Like, she wasn't dealing with as big of a threat and I don't know the right word for it, but yeah, I agree. I'll just say that.
Hers is just very, oh, let's just find this god and then I can go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she finds him, finds her way in. Cool. Ayana had to get all the way through hell.
Yeah. With all those obstacles.
Yes.
Like, I felt like Ayana's, her journey, I think, was, I wish we were in her head for the whole book, because I felt like she had more high stakes than compared to Ciri. And another thing that really bothered me too, I'm surprised Clint wasn't bothered by this, or maybe you were, and you just didn't mention it. But like the whole thing with the two men and how she almost got attacked, like physically, like the R word was.
Yeah. I think in my head, the reason why I was wasn't okay. We're never okay with a scene like that. But I
Right.
think in my head, because of the time period of the story and the
Mhm.
fact that it didn't actually happen, my brain might have glossed over that and just like, let's speed past this.
Yeah.
And then just went, okay, that happened. A girl is traveling by herself back in, this is back when Christianity was going across
Mhm.
the of Europe.
Mhm.
So that is like a long time ago where women, it wasn't safe for them to travel.
Yeah.
Right.
And if they were seen by themselves, men saw it as easy pickings.
Hmm.
So I think my brain took it as, oh, this just happens. It didn't actually happen to her. So we can move on and I'm not going to think about it.
And I
Right.
think, like you said, it helps that it actually didn't happen.
Yeah. If it would have happened, I think it would have triggered and
It
I
would have been a
would have
different,
liked. Yeah.
yeah, different outcome, different vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just wish it that I know it's probably like an obstacle for Siri to to get through all those things to get to her best friend, but at the same time, like those scenes. I mean, I understand for that time period, it was dangerous for her, but like for me personally, I think I had a harder time like connecting to her because I just felt like she was all in her head and all about her and wasn't really thinking about her best friend and what her best friend wants. And she just felt like, I'm in this to get her for me. And like, I don't know, something just about her that just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I just wish, I wish the whole book was in her, it was in Aina's point of view. And 'cause I was more invested in her and her story.
Yeah.
I just didn't really like all the stuff that I just it just Siri rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know how to like really say it into words because of like she even though she goes through these things, like it just didn't feel like I was really invested in her.
Yeah. And I feel the same way on that. I'm invested. I wasn't very invested in her story.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what happened in the other realms. And another thing about the realms, I was kind of shocked when they moved from realm to realm and there was no like time difference. Because like in most books, when you're jumping from realm to realm, like usually there's you're like I don't.
I
A lot of the times in fantasy, when you're jumping from realm to realm or portal to portal, like either like you're either like the timing usually moves like hours ahead from another most of the time, or
thought
you,
it did.
you feel sick physically from doing so.
I thought it did. Where it was only a couple of weeks for Siri, but it was like a couple of months for Ayanna.
But when Siri went to go get Aina from the Tuonela, however you pronounce it,
Hmm.
it was when because right before she jumped into that realm, like in Aina's perspective, she was having that argument with Tuoni, her husband, and all of a sudden Siri shows up right at the same time. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
because
Discrepancies.
if there was a time jump or a time difference, it wouldn't have happened at that same time. Like it would have either been before that or after the argument. I just felt like that
Okay,
was a
that makes
bit
sense.
out of place a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
and then
I
she wasn't physically sick from jumping from realm to realm. Surprised me as well.
Especially because she hadn't done it before.
Yeah, exactly. It was her first time doing it.
But wasn't she also blessed by the goddess of the forest? Wasn't there like some sort of blessing?
I
I
think the
remember her
goddess
blessing
told
something.
the
Yeah,
goddess of
because didn't the god? Yeah, because wasn't didn't Ina say mention something about it? I was like, oh, I didn't, because Siri and that. Not you. Sorry.
Do we need to call her sorry?
We're not. But anyway, I think Ina made a comment on it too. So I think, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that might be why. Because the whole point of it and what she was basically training for and what she was getting helped with was to be able to make that jump to Ina to get her in that moment instead of having to do what Ina did essentially and go through all the rest of hell to get to her. So it was like a quick, straight track way to her. So I think, Clint, you're right with that.
Especially when because when she was jumping from realm to realm, it was like an astral projection kind of thing. So she was actually in her body.
She was split.
And it was her first time doing it. And just because you have all these like tattoos on your arms for being a new shaman, like I just didn't see how it could have been so easy the first time around with her being so new to it.
Well, if she has the tattoos to be the kind of the tether or the bond or whatever, then and she had the help. So I think maybe that's what more so is what helped her, so she wasn't affected throughout that, because the whole point was for her to make it easily to her and get this done and then come back, right? So I think it could have been a multi different reasons for it, but I do think that the tattoos were one of them, and as well as the blessing and the fact that she was split, like she said,
because she was chosen by the goddess to find him.
Yeah, and the whole part where like Vainamoinen, how you pronounce his name, when he was training Siri, the whole time I was thinking of the song "Eye of the Tiger" from Rath.
Okay, you went "Eye of the Tiger." My brain instantly went Mulan. To defeat the Huns. What I saw in my head was like a montage.
Yeah.
But also, hi Kay.
Hey.
Hi,
Kay. You got a new. Did I know you got a new name?
She's had this one for at least a little while.
I've been kind of distant from YouTube, so my bad.
The only reason why I remember it's hers, it's the penguins.
The penguins, yeah. And now if you put the penguins, Kay, we're not going to know it's you.
Yeah, at least don't change your profile picture.
Okay, so let me find an in-depth question, because we actually covered two of the in-depth questions talking about Siri and Ayana. Because we talked about the whole, how does the slow burning friends to lovers relationship between them develop throughout the story, which you didn't. We also talked about, but we also talked about Siri's just journey across Finland. So
yeah, we've been. I feel like we've been covering a lot, because we've been kind of talking about the question and kind of talking about other things too. So.
Yeah.
LOL, not sure if you knew, but hi, Nikki. LOL, I almost did change the pic.
Now listen, you would have to introduce yourself every time you came into a live for like a month at least, so I can get to know you again.
We would instantly know. It was her, because she'd be the one typing in the whole, please hit the like button, drink, hydrate, and all that stuff that she put.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when Nikki changed her name to Nikita, and I didn't realize it was her first.
You want to know what's really funny?
Speaking of, remember to hydrate. Feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified.
Always. Yeah, but it won't let me change my name, Amanda. I've tried.
Really? That's crazy.
It won't let me do it. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm Nikita forever.
My brain went when it got switched to Nikita on there. My brain went, do I call her Nikki? Do I call her Nikita? Does she want people to know it's her, or does she want to like go anonymous for a little bit?
Well, that was at the beginning, because I just needed I needed space, but I still want to be present, so I needed space. So that's why I did it. But then I was like, well, they know it's me, so I'm just gonna. Which is funny, because like I think it was Kehlani. She didn't know for the longest time that it was me. I think Karina picked up on it quick. But Kehlani didn't know, and then even now Kehlani calls me Nikita, so I think it's fine. But yeah, they won't let me switch it, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine, whatever. Everybody knows it's me, I guess.
Yeah, like for the longest time, I was like Kehlani. I'm like, who's Nikita?
Because Nikita was the name, and then it was a heartless graphic that I put on as my picture. It was Jest and Kath.
My brain, when I first saw Nikita pop up, I was like, watch, this is going to be Nikki. It was the first time I saw your name. It's Nikki. I was like, hey, Nikita, what's up, girl? And then I went, as I was typing that, I was like, do I say, no, I'll just keep it as Nikita. She took a break. She doesn't want people to know it's her. I'm just going to say that. Be like, hey, girl, what's up?
I mean, it reminded me of that CW show.
Oh, Nikita.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's funny because like I just always love that name, so that's like my alias name that I use for everything. With a last name that I won't say what it is, so nobody can know it's me, really. But
I am slow today. We about a foot of defective rain up here. Ugh.
oh, we got slammed with snow, so that's what we're dealing with right now.
We're getting our ice rain.
Oh.
We'll see if we actually get snow. We're the state that gets ice, not snow.
Yeah, my dad became a snowbird, so he's in Michigan like during the summer, and he's down here in Florida during the winter.
Yeah, that's
He
what my
still has the
grandparents were.
house. Yeah, he still has the house by you.
Oh, really?
Sold. He had two houses in Michigan. He sold one of them, but he kept the one up north that's closer to you.
Mm,
So they go. So when he goes back up in the summer, he'll go to that house.
nice.
So as I'm looking at my questions, I had another one that we've already discussed. Like, what are your thoughts on the relationship between Siri and Ayana? Do you find it compelling?
Well, find it something.
More like
We'll find it something.
compelling, more like
Okay.
I don't even know.
We kind of discussed this a little bit, but how does the author balance the elements of a fantastical adventure with a romantic story?
Well, it depends. What romance are we talking about?
Exactly.
Let's talk about Tuani, the husband story, because
I
that's
do
the true
like.
romance.
I did like the fantastical adventure throughout the whole story. I really did like it, especially Ina's. Ina, what's her name?
Aina, I don't even know.
I know, whatever her name is.
I mean, there's
I
no pronunciation of the
Her-
glossary.
Her fantastical journey was my favorite, and I thought that balance between that and the relationship between, whatever his name was, T something. I think that was fantastic. Now you already know my feelings about the other one, so
So we have AT and S. We have AT and AS.
yes.
As terrific as shit.
Yeah, my favorite.
I don't say the S word. LOL. Maybe. Wow. Why I live in the mitten, I will never know.
Here's the thing, okay? 'Cause I said the same thing forever because I'm like, I was always like, okay, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go somewhere else and not have winters and stuff like that. But I'm falling even more in love with Michigan, I think, the longer that I stay. So,
I think I just want to state that experience is one season at a time and not 5 seasons in one day.
oh yeah, we get that too.
So I would just love to be able to have a spring, a summer, a fall, and a winter, not a 2 or 1 month of spring, 7 months of summer, 1 or 2 weeks of fall, then the rest of the time is winter. So I'm like, I would just love them all in one.
Yeah.
Kay says the slow burn relationship was so slow it felt more like a bosom buddies or soul sisters until the end when it was revealed to be more.
Yeah, I didn't even, and
Nikki
I'm
and I
not
were talking about
discrediting
this.
what you're saying, okay, but I didn't even feel it burn. I didn't feel nothing.
Um,
There was no chemistry whatsoever until it came up at the very end.
None.
What was your rating, Kay, by the way? I'm just curious.
Mhm.
And I get the bosom buddies and soul sisters thing.
Yeah.
Soul sisters is one thing. That's one thing. If you want to be such good best friends, that's how you feel. Great, I get that. I get it. I have soul sister, but this is not. I wouldn't have put it as. I would have left it as a platonic relationship. I think they were great as platonic friends, and then to all of a sudden twist it and be like, oh.
Kay says we get the season, but Mother Nature forgets her meds, sometimes gets confused. We're the bipolar state, so it's okay. We're bipolar on seasons, and make that everything that happens in Oklahoma, we're bipolar.
Yeah.
Gosh, it was a bit ago. Let me look it up. Okay, so
I actually, now that Kay brought it up, I kind of wish this book was more like a best friends adventure and not so much like a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
I think I would have enjoyed it more. I think if they just stayed best friends.
Yes.
Making it more than that.
we need more fantasies with friendship.
With friendship, yes. I would have loved it if it was a friendship because I'm like, yeah, you are best friends and you're doing this for each other and you're finding each other and you're going to live your life together. I love that. But then to turn it, again, if they wouldn't have turned it in this book and they did that with the next book solely and made this just about the friendship that they were fighting for, that they were fighting for each other in this book, I think I would have loved it. But
Same.
I think you're trying to do too much in one book. And then,
that's kind of what it felt like. It was just doing too much.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, how effective is the formal tone that attempts to mimic the ancient folklore?
Well, I don't know the Finland or Finnish folklore too much, so I don't know if I can really answer this, but I felt it had a great tone to it. I loved it. Like, I felt like it was really telling a story in a mythological, whatever word.
Mythological.
Thank you. That word. I thought they did fantastic with that. I thought it was great. It had a great mix of a lot of different things, but it was, I think, for the most part, it felt very true to like a retelling of folklore.
Sorts. Yeah.
Oh, and Kay says it looks like I gave it a 4, and yes, it should have stayed platonic, where they were soul sisters, as in really close friends, but adding the romantic love at the end was maybe forced.
Oh yeah, for sure it was.
And then Kay's like, wait, is book 2 out yet? Not yet. Trust me.
I would read book 2 though, just because I'm curious to see where they go from here.
Well, and it has to do with the sea. So I love the sea. So
and it's a duology.
Yeah, and then we're done.
Yeah.
So
and maybe a bunch of us can buddy read it together when it comes out.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna reread this one before that one comes out and then read that one. But and I think I would need to, just because I want to give it another fair chance. But I think honestly, my thoughts are gonna be the same. But but I am really excited about book 2. I think that one's gonna be fun.
I feel like I'm gonna end up treating this like Legendborn.
I love
Legendborn a lot, but it was so long until the sequel, and then so long for the next one, and then it's like 2 years in between. Where I have now decided I am putting that series down until it's 100% complete.
That's what I'm waiting to.
And when that last book comes out, I will reread book 1 and then binge the series.
Yeah.
Because I know I need to reread it, but if I'm going to have to wait a long time, I read this before it was published.
I mean, I read Legendborn literally the first year I started my channel. It was a month after that. It was like, so it's been so long since I read book 1. So I do want to go back when all the books are out and like binge read them all, because I loved book 1, but there are things here and there that I did forget. So I want to go back and reread that. So I already have the audio for book 2. So I just want to like get all the audios and then like listen to them all once all the books are out. Then waiting for the last book to come out.
We'll wait for that last book to come out, and you and I will just do vlogs where we'll read the whole series in 1 week, both of us.
Well, that's what I'm kind of doing with the Imperium series, the 4th Wing, because I read the first 2 and I haven't read the 3rd one yet.
Oh,
so I'm like, I'm not waiting.
Then you better wait to watch my rant on. Better wait to hear my rant on that book once you get to it.
I love how this is where me and Amanda differed. She ranted about the book, and I'm over here. I'm like, I gobbled it up. So,
well, that's kind of. I feel like that's kind of what happened with Iron Flame. Was people either loved it or hated it. I loved it. You couldn't put that book down, pry it from my dead hands. But I am really scared about the 3rd one. But I'm also like, do I even want to read it right now? Because we got at least 2 more books coming in the series, right?
Yeah, the next one's not even coming till 2027.
Yeah, so absolutely not. That will sit on my shelf until the last book is in my hands, and then I'll go ahead and reread the whole series.
And it's
But
supposed to be 5 books.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we have 2 more books coming out. So 2027. Okay, and then the next one's what? 2029.
Watch. She says 5 books. Watch it be
It's gonna be like
longer.
Throne of Glass.
Throne of Glass is better, in my opinion.
No, I feel like, okay, in my personal opinion, I prefer Dire Wolves over Fourth Wing. But
that one, yeah.
I did like Direbound was pretty good. I have to
or
admit.
Direbound, not Dire Wolves.
I am gonna read that next year, but I have a couple other dragon books that I'm actually reading before Direbound.
But Direbound, I think I loved it more because I'm more of a wolf person.
Mm.
And it's basically Fourth Wing, but instead of dragons, it's wolves.
Have you read The Wolf King?
By Lauren
Halfordman?
Not yet, but that may or may not be something for possibly next year.
I already read it.
It may or may not possibly show up with a project with me and Amanda next year. So
Early or later in the year?
In the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I already read it, but I got a little notebook so I could take notes on stuff, and I did, I think, put a thing up.
Also,
so I mean, I do still have all my notes on it.
It
is a gorgeous book.
I got this in preparation for it because I know I'm gonna need this next year.
That's the new one, right? Like the new
with the sprayed edges.
deluxe. Yeah.
just saying, Direbound, I'm repurchasing the book when the new edition comes out because I've got the traditionally published version, but they didn't realize what they were going to do with book 2 with the hardback, so they're re-releasing book 1 in a hardback with sprayed edges, and I'm just like, I'm going to need both to match on my shelf.
Wait, when is that one coming out?
February.
Okay, let me go pre-order it.
It's either February or March. Direbound.
Oh.
But I will probably still keep my paperback because that's the one that I read.
Yeah.
I borrowed it off of KU.
I'm sorry, move over, Zayden. I have a better guy. and if he does not become what I think he'll become in book 2, I will be so angry.
Oh, March 3rd, it said.
But the sprayed edges, and it's just so pretty, and I need it.
I have so many anticipated 2026 reads that I'm so excited for.
Yes. Kay says hubby read this too and gave it a 3.5. We both just really liked the finished mythology part.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I love that he read it with you. 3.5 is pretty solid. I think that might be what I'm leaning towards. 3 or 3.5.
And Kay went, ooh, we saw that at Walmart. So pretty.
I got to Target yesterday because yesterday was their last day for the buy 2 get 1 free sale for the books. So I'm like, you know what? I have the money. I'm gonna use that Black Friday sale before it's over. So
smart.
I did that yesterday. So I got all 3 books.
If I didn't just do 3 book outlet orders, because Book Outlet till the 2nd, all their books are like $5.99 and below.
Oh, well,
like
don't tell me that, Clint.
So,
ooh, The Last Dragon King.
I read a book from this author before, Leah Stone. I read House of Action Shadow by her. Absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars, and I need to continue that series, but I want to read more from her. So I thought I'd give this one a shot as well.
But I'll make Nikki happy. I now own all the books that are out for Cloud on a Cornfield, so I can finally read book 2 and book 3.
Good. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on book 2 more specifically.
Book 2 came from Book Outlet, signed, and I went, what?
That happens a lot.
But that's the second book outlet order I have received from the 3 that I've purchased. But box 1 had a signed copy of the Jeff Zittner book that I ordered. And then I got one in this one, so I was like, I'm trying to manifest book 3 or box 3 to have a signed copy, and I kind of want it to be one of the ones that I ordered my roommate. She couldn't get an order. So for her Christmas present, I ordered her 5 books on there because she's slowly getting back into reading. And I was like, send me pictures of the ones that you're the most interested in. She sent me like 26 books
Mhm.
based off of cover. That's usually
Yeah.
what she based her reading on. She's currently reading Anathema.
Oh, Anathema.
I read that.
Anathema. She's currently reading that and sending me. She started looking up um, artwork for it. She's
Cool.
like, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna need you to read it eventually. And I was like, okay, maybe. We'll see. It's kind of not really one that's been on my radar for me.
Mhm. But before we move on, I want to do a quick unboxing with you guys because we're talking about cool books.
Yeah.
Before we move on to any more talking about nothing tonight.
But
So,
I do now have all of Inheritance games, so I can finally finish that series when the final book comes out next year.
What kind of series I just haven't been interested in.
the first 3 books of the Inheritance games are one trilogy in itself, and then there's that spin-off story.
Yeah, I now own all of that, so I can finally read the ones after the trilogy, because I've read the core trilogy. And I've met her in person, because she's from Oklahoma.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
really? I wish I could meet Jennifer Lynn Barnes because I love the Inheritance games books. And this book I've already read, and it's a favorite of the year for me, so I wanted a physical copy.
Ooh. You want to know what my top 3 favorite books of the year are? Ooh.
I am obsessed with this book. I need a physical copy, and I cannot wait for the sequel.
Nice. I have heard good things about that one.
What are your top 3?
I consider this a
Go grab
cross
them.
between. This is for me is like a cross between Harry Potter and Throne of Glass
Ooh.
That's nice.
with witches.
Oh, love me some witches. Okay, my top 3
And I love these sprayed edges.
Ooh.
is the Dead Husband cookbook.
I was interested in that one.
Very good. Love it.
Such a Nikki book. Just,
It is. Isn't it?
That's what the cover, it's just like screams Nikki.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And then Victorian Psycho.
Also a Nikki book.
Loved it.
Sounds like
And then this one I think also is ruining fantasy for me right now because it's my absolute like one of my favorites of all time now. But The Second Deathlock.
Mm.
So good.
I've heard really good things about that.
So
I heard good things about it too.
good. I wanted to reread it immediately. It was so good. I like ate this up.
Is this supposed to be like a series?
Yeah, I think it's I don't know if it's like a duology or a series, but I think that's a trilogy actually now that I'm thinking about it.
Is it romantasy or just fantasy?
I mean, romantasy, sure, yeah, there is a little bit, but it's not heavily.
So it's fantasy with romance, not
Or like a side plot of romance.
yeah. So it's
it's
not like
not.
romance with a side plot of fantasy.
I've noticed that I tend to prefer books with fantasy with a side plot of romance lately.
It does say romantasy, but I mean, yes, it kind of is throughout the whole book, but it's not really. Like I don't. That's what I loved about it was that it wasn't just all romance. You get a little bit of it, but it's more focused on the story itself. But I think it's a trilogy because there's 3 books slotted for it. But yeah, I loved it. That was so good.
Is it on KU?
I believe so because I think I had. Well, actually, I don't know because I had my physical copy, so I listened and read along, which I highly recommend.
I'll have to check on KU. But
I can't name my top 3, but I can name my top 2.
Oh yeah.
Both are like right beside me.
Hi, Ray.
My top book of the year is Cubs and Campfires.
Ooh.
Plus size men falling in love. And being plus size was nowhere part of the plot line.
Awesome.
They actually, it's like, oh yeah, I'm bigger, but I like that about me. And it was very, very sex positive.
Cool.
And then Step in the Zone by Blaine Bellamy.
Ooh, those hockey romances, you really,
Which is
like.
I remember reading that.
Stepbrother. This is Stepbrother romance with a side of kink. I still need to read book 2 in this.
It was interesting. I read it in August for our host favorites. We traded we decided for our readathon, I was going to read some of his post favorites. He was going to read some of mine. So I read Step in the Zone. I think I gave it like 3 or 3.5, somewhere around there.
Do you think the Academy one was going to be one of your favorites of the year?
Oh yeah, it's definitely up there with the favorites, and the favorites by Lane Fargo, and then Arcana Academy is definitely in my top 3. Let's see. I also really loved J.T. Geisinger, the one that we both read, Clint. The slow something about a burn for me, burn for you, something like that.
I still need to read book 2 and book 3, but
I read that whole series. I devoured it. But the first book and the third book, I think, were my favorites.
they're kind of slight fairy tale retellings. If I remember correctly, there's like a slight element to it.
But not super prevalent.
Heavy.
Yeah.
But isn't the one I read, wasn't it A Marriage of Convenience?
Yes, that's the one that's my in my top 3, I think. Because it was in my, I can't remember, wasn't it? I don't think I put that in my host favorites for.
No, you did the other. You did Give Me a Reason.
Oh wait, I forgot. I might have to replace Burn for You with that Allie Brady book that I read that I got you to read. Something about Beach Trap. That's it.
Yeah, The Beach Trap. Really good book. Loved it.
I think Burn for You would be number 4. So my top 3 would have to be the favorites, The Beach Trap. I think you would really love The Beach Trap, Nikki, actually. And Arcana Academy, for sure.
But if we're going to talk about sister bonds and stuff like that, The Beach Trap is a really good one for that.
Ooh.
There is a romantic subplot, but it's not really about the romance. It's more about the sister relationship.
Let me go and look that one up real quick.
I mean, it's way over there.
I'm obsessed with Allie Brady. I've been reading like all her books. I only have 1 book left that I need to read, and she has 2 novellas that I plan on reading in December.
I almost chose an Allie Brady for my December TBR, but because I don't physically own it, I can't use her for the game that I play.
And Battle for the Bookstores is another top favorite by Allie Brady.
I have the audiobook ready for that one.
Allie Brady is actually 2 authors. And I devour their books. Everyone that I've read so far from them, I've absolutely loved and given 5 stars to.
They're the new Christina Lauren.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Double.
Yeah, like I absolutely devour the ones that I've read from them. I read them so quickly. I read them all in one night when I picked them up. So I only have I think I have until next summer that I still need to read. That's on my books I really want list. And I plan on reading her novellas in December because they're both on KU, but one of them I already bought as an ebook. So I'm going to read that one, and her other one I'm going to borrow on KU. I think it's called Merry Little Bookshop is the other one.
Oh, cute.
I will say my current obsession is Payback's the Witch.
Yeah, you like that one?
6 stars. I immediately bought the rest of the series, and I'm going to be reading 1 a month. That way I can finish other projects too and not like just... I could stretch out the series. I just need to know more about the magic systems of all the families.
I did really. That one took me by surprise. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I loved that book. I ate that up in the night too.
That one will be in my top 5 of the year. I just don't know if it's the 3rd spot or the 4th spot. I have a couple of books that it's fighting with.
Yeah.
But
my cat just brought me a leaf.
But before we continue on more of the thing, let's finish up the discussion real fast.
I just want to show one more thing before we get back into it. So my dad got me a new iPad. So it didn't come with a case. So I just got the case in the mail.
Ooh, that is so pretty.
Right? It's the same thing on the front and the back. But I just thought it was so pretty. It was on sale for like $5 on Amazon.
Yeah, it suits you really well.
Yeah, so I'm like, ooh, this is pretty. So I got it for a really great deal because it was during the Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
I can't wait to put my iPad in this. Now we can go back to Northern tonight.
Okay, so we're going to do the question that I have been kind of pushing off type of thing, but it's such a prevalent topic in the book that I feel like it would do, like me and like Nikki had said beforehand when I asked about if we were all comfortable talking about this, that it would do it a disservice not to have this discussion.
Right.
But what are y'all's thoughts on the themes of religious persecution, forced conversion, colonization, and cultural genocide that happens throughout, that was explored throughout the story? Especially seeing as this is my first time ever seeing that in a fantasy book.
This heavily, at least.
And it made me feel like this is so like authentic to the time period that it's set in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, and like we discussed too, it's going to be a prevalent piece in the second book too. So I think it was handled really, really well. I think it was done in a way that wasn't disgusting or awful in any way. I thought she just really did a really good job with it. And I think that's the only reason it got pulled off was because of how she handled it in the story.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fine. I thought it was interesting because obviously, like, I'm not familiar with Finnish folklore, but I just really liked it. I don't know. I didn't not like it.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of on the same page with you, Nikki. I kind of felt the same way. Like, I think it was handled very well and not like pushed down, other people's throats. That, I feel like she did a good job of balancing between the Finnish folklore and like the Christianity side. I think how she handled the both of them like equally. I thought she did a good job with.
Kay says, yeah, I agree with Nikki, and also done in an almost non-judgy way. Yeah, I think that's one thing I will appreciate about Emily Rath is she didn't put her own opinions about it. Like some authors can't separate their opinions. She just did it more factual.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. It wasn't any like, I can't believe they did this, that was horrible, or anything like that. It was, this happens.
Yeah.
This is how these people lived during those time periods and how it took them all they could to hang on to their own traditions and stuff like that.
I think the non-judgy is a great way to say it. And I also think, Clint, what you said was she didn't put her own opinions in it. I think really saved it. And I think that's why she did it so well, was because it wasn't just like, this is my perspective on things. This is my view and my opinion. And this is how it should be. And that's what I'm going to write in this book. And she just handled it really well.
And Kay says, I mean, showing it is not good to force faith, but also saying either was wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing I will always appreciate about Emily Rath is, yes, she's very vocal about her opinions and things like that online, whether it be religious opinions, political opinions, or whatnot. When you read her books, none of that is infused in the books, which I appreciate, especially coming from a queer author. I have read some queer books where you can obviously tell that they are very opinionated about something and it is squeezed in.
Yeah.
And I'm not generalizing it when I say I've read it from queer authors. I just have read a lot more queer authors this year than non.
Yeah.
And I have noticed certain things that are more of like almost come across as an agenda.
Yeah.
Of, oh, this character automatically you know who they're making fun of.
Yeah.
The minute they say, oh, that spray tan, blah blah blah, I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
But and I think that's what I appreciated about her handling of this.
Right.
Agreed.
And I think it helps that she's a double doctorate. She has a doctorate.
And if she's not pushing her own agenda in her work, she's smart. You got to get her head on her shoulders because honestly, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want. That's that's what this is, right? You're allowed to have your own opinion. You're allowed to be whoever you are. I might not always agree with what somebody says, and I may have to take a step back every now and then. But you're still a human being who's living your life how you see fit, thinking and doing what you see fit, having your opinion that you see fit. And I'm doing the same thing. But if you're going to write your opinion in your books and isolate me as a reader from yours because you're against something different, which just happens to be myself, right? Or something like that, like you're going to alienate a lot of your crowd and make people uncomfortable reading your stuff. But if you handle it the way that she handled this, it was so smoothly done. It was done with grace. It was done with an open-endedness to it in a way, because it wasn't just like, okay, well, we're against this, but here's this. It had a beautiful melody of everything, and it just wasn't shoved down my throat as what she wants the world to be.
Which I'm kind of curious how she's going to play that in the second one.
In the second.
When the second one's going to be, that's going to be the main focus.
With a queer couple.
So that's where I'm like, I'm here for it, but I'm also...
If she handles it the way that she handled this book, she'll be fine. But if it does alter and become more focused on the negative, or even just her eyes. Can you please stop? Sorry, I got a cat over here that's not happy I'm sitting here for this long. So anyway, if she alters it in any way, it's just not going to be as good, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Kay says, have anyone read Where the Dark Stands Still?
That's the A.B. Pornick book, right? Because if it is, I do want to read it, because I read another book from that author and really enjoyed it. So I have the audio for Where the Dark Stands Still, if that's the A.B. Pornick book you're talking about. But yeah, I do want to check it out.
I've heard it's on my TBR, but I haven't read it.
I have heard good things about it, though.
Oh, this one. Okay. I have that on a list of I'm interested in.
Because I read A Treachery of Swans by A.B. Pornick and really enjoyed that. I think I gave it like 4 stars.
She says, I have not finished it yet, but hubby and son has. But it has that sort too. The author was not judgy, but the people in the villages were. I want to say more, but don't want to spoil. And she says it's based on Polish mythology.
Ooh, okay. I'm interested even more now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to read that in the new year.
And she said both son and hubby really liked it.
Oh, cool.
And she said, yes, A.B. Pornick.
Yes.
I would love to get into more books that are based on other mythologies that are not
As prevalent. Yeah.
Not Greek, Roman, Egyptian type things.
Right.
I would like to find more queer ones personally that are Celtic mythology. But that's just a personal thing with me being Irish and Scottish and wanting to learn more about my family's culture. So
yeah.
I think that's why you loved that book that we read
Ren in the Holly Library?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still need to read book 2 and book 3. Now that book 2 and book 3 is about to come out, I still need to read those.
I gave book 2.
You haven't read them yet?
Not yet. I need to. I need to get them.
Yeah, I gave book 2 3 stars. It wasn't, for me, it wasn't as good as the first one. For me, the second book was super predictable. And there was a lot of stuff going on that I'm like I thought it was interesting, but I didn't love it as much as I enjoyed first. So I would be interested in hearing your thoughts on it when you finish it.
Kay says, yes, give me some Celtic. I mean, I'm excited for a book that both me and Amanda are buddy reading next month.
Yes, Druid.
Unofficial buddy read. We're doing Druid Cursed.
Oh, I have it here somewhere. Oh, here it is.
So I'm hoping it because it's called Druid. I'm hoping it has Celtic inspired stuff. Such pretty edges too.
Right?
Oh,
I think it's on KU also.
Nice.
Okay. So did anything in the book shock y'all that we haven't discussed? Besides the pregnancy, the shocked straight marriage, the oh, let's just turn this automatically. Oh, they're back together, they're kissing.
Yeah.
I kind of, even though I touched on it, I don't think I heard your guys' thoughts on it yet about Lumi and the wolves.
Yeah, I think you did. We did talk about it a little bit, but
Yeah,
you said you didn't enjoy
I
that.
was bored.
I just felt like it was thrown in just for the sake of having another obstacle, and not because it was really necessary to the plot. But did you guys feel the same?
Yeah, kind of. I personally didn't hate it, but yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Mhm.
I see what you're saying. I think my shocks have all been talked about.
Every shock I had was talked about, but I think I viewed it in a different way than you.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I love when books do that.
Yeah.
I also probably read it at a time that it was like the perfect book at the perfect time for me.
That's
Right. Yeah.
Because rereading it, like, I still love it the same. It's just, if this would have been my first time reading it, it wouldn't be a 6 star.
Yeah.
It would have been a 5.
Right.
that is really key, I think, to some. That's why I'll put books off for so long because I'm like, it's not. If I pick it up now, it's not gonna. I know it's not gonna give me what I need.
How long
And
did
then
I put
some.
off Fourth Wing? I tried it 4 times before we read it for the book club, and then I absolutely loved it, but I DNF'd it 4 times before.
Yeah, and that's true because it really is. It's like, okay, this isn't working for me right now,
Right.
but maybe one day it'll hit me when it needs to.
Like, for example, I haven't had a 5 star since September, and but the book I'm currently reading, I'm hoping will be a 5 star. I'm very bad at predicting 5 stars for myself. So, but the one that I'm currently reading is Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. And I just feel like it's the right book at the right time for me with this because it's something that I haven't read in quite some time. It's like dystopian virtual reality. Like
Oh, cool.
cyber kinda. So I'm like really into it right now. And I'm hoping it's like the right book at the right time that it's going to be a 5 star. So I haven't had a 5 star since September. And I've been craving a 5 star because I recently, like, book before that, I read a 2 star right before this one. So I'm like, yeah, the new Twisted Sisters book that just came out. Um, I just felt like it was too toxic, and so I'm hoping this one is completely different from what I've been reading. So I haven't read a good dystopian book in quite some time, so I'm hoping this one really brings me out of that.
Yeah.
Kay says, or Melling has a great series, 4 books. First 3 have different characters. Book 4 brings them together, but it has fairies, Irish mythology, books 1 through 3, Inuit mythology in book 4. Such an odd combo there.
What was O.R. Melling? I want to find out.
And book 1 is The Hunter's Moon.
Actually, I love fairies.
I'm looking that up right now.
Ooh, okay.
During the dangerous Hunter's Moon, American teen Gwen searches across Ireland for her cousin Findabhar,
Here it is.
who was kidnapped by the fairy king. Interesting.
I've never heard of this, but interesting. The reading age is 8 to 12 years.
Interesting. I might have to check that out.
Hmm.
Hubby band eldest son really liked them too. Oh, hubby and eldest son really liked them too. Youngest has not read it yet. I'm always down for Irish mythology books. Okay, because it's you guys, did y'all have any quotes that stood out to y'all?
Oh, yes. I have 4.
Sorry, my texts keep going off like crazy.
That's good. All right. First one is death is beautiful, violence. Death is beautiful violence. Death is unbridled chaos. I really liked that one.
Ooh, I love that.
And then there's a power in a name, which I think is prevalent to a lot of fantasies. Embrace chaos or be consumed by it. That was, I think, when Ina is her name. I don't know. Was with the girl at this like the spa thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one was I am all power and control, and I am yours.
Ooh.
I remember that quote.
Yes. Yes.
I really like. I can see why you like that one because I do too.
That's one of those
Ew.
send you on your knees type quotes. Like,
Mhm.
hi, yes, sir, what you need?
I heard it and I was like, oh, let me get my pen. Got it down.
Like, personally, I didn't mark any quotes in this, but I do remember since I recently read Brimstone. There's a lot of good quotes in Brimstone.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the writing style? I know we discussed this a little bit earlier.
I liked it. I think she did a really good job with keeping it feeling very mythological
Mm-hmm.
and weaving in the different elements. So I think, I mean, overall, the writing style I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, same. Because I read "Pucking Around" by Emily Rath before I picked up this one.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed her writing, which is why I picked up this one. I don't think I was obsessed with Pucking Around as I wanted to be. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars.
Give me my
But
men.
I also really like this. I mean, I gave this one 4 stars too. So it's not like I do enjoy her writing overall. I just haven't been obsessed
Yeah.
yet.
Mhm.
Maybe
Hopefully,
the second book
maybe the
will
next
be it. Yeah.
one.
Exactly. Maybe the next one will be the one.
I do want to read Beautiful Things by her too.
Same, and I don't read historical romance, but it's her, so I'm willing to give it a try.
Ooh, sorry.
Same with I don't read Omega Verse, but she has an MM Omega Verse book that I'm willing to give a try. Because she wrote them, I'm willing to give them a try.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Just because of how much I love the Jacksonville Rays series.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I'm still mad at myself that I still haven't read Pucking Strong, but that will get read before the end of the year. I don't care.
You better get on it because the first is what, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Listen, I have it on my December TBR.
You
Listen,
better
I
put it
purposely
as
got
number one.
it. I pulled it for one of the jar picks.
Okay, good.
Spoilers for Wednesday's video
Woo.
for Care Bear Scared coming back. Um, did this book remind you of any others?
Yes. Okay. This is something I did put in my notes and I wanted to talk about it. Now, this may be a stretch, but to me, I get the same nostalgia and like the cover of it and the descriptions of it reminds me of a children's author who did like similar covers, similar feels. Do you guys remember the Jan Brett books?
The
Like
what?
the Mitten and um, let me see. Let me see if I can find it and send it to you guys.
Oh, these, yes. Okay.
Yes. And that's what like as soon as I started it, I was like, wow, this is giving me nostalgia for these books.
Here we go.
Yes.
Amanda.
Oh. Yeah, I
But
don't think I've ever seen that.
it's just like the storytelling was also, I felt very similar.
About a Ukrainian boy who loses his white mitten in the snow and the series of animals that help him find it.
Interesting. I want some Ukrainian mythology in a book. That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. The Mitten.
Or even Russian mythology.
Russian would be fun.
Because
Isn't that the there's a book, I think, a fantasy that just came out that was Russian inspired, wasn't it? Russian mythology inspired.
really, do you remember what it is?
I can see the cover. I can't think of the title. If I find it, I'll send it to you guys.
Okay, so I'm interested. Because I love mythology books. Like some of my favorite mythology books are usually, um, like Greek mythology or I do like Irish, and I also like. I think I want to find more like what Clint was saying about finding other books with different types of mythology that's not as prevalent. So
Yeah.
like, if I find any, I'll share with you guys too. But
See, like you
really,
like see you like retellings, and I'm more of the whole when it
yeah,
comes to a retelling of something. If you say it's based on mythology,
you're
I'm more
interested.
than likely more interested in that than it is, oh, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
See,
You're
I
like,
eat those
eh.
fairy tale ones up.
I
I
do
Right?
love
too.
a fairy tale retelling.
I do too, but if you put the two side by side, which one am I more likely to lean more towards, the Greek mythology or the Beauty and the Beast? I'm going to
Well,
probably pick up the Greek first, then the Beauty and the Beast.
the funny thing about that, when we read the Red in the Holly Library, the reason why I wanted it because I thought it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but
It
it was
was.
barely any retelling of that at all. It was just a little bit in the beginning, and then it went into Irish mythology. So that's probably why you
So,
did as much as you did.
which is why you picked it for the book club, and then I'm the one that ended up gobbling it up. And you were like, this is okay. And I'm over here like, yes, give it to me, everything. And I still haven't continued.
Well, I'm hoping Druid Curse will be something that we both love.
Yes. And I'm excited for all of our picks for next year, especially the ones that we're announcing on the 10th.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm
the
really
next one,
excited for
December?
Yeah.
we're not doing a book for the summer because of the holidays. We're taking a
Mhm.
break, but we're picking it back up in January, and we got plans.
Oh, yay.
We have a couple of booktubers that we haven't had on the channel before,
That'll be fun.
and there one of them is a huge booktuber. You probably would recognize her name when we talk about her, and the other one's a smaller one, but I become friends with her,
Yeah.
so
Well, that's
I'm
exciting. That'll be fun when you guys announce it on the 10th.
For the first 4 months, all the books go together.
January, February, March, April.
Is it
So
like
we're
a
covering all the books
series?
throughout those months.
Are you guys doing a series?
Yes, we're doing a
Well,
series and the spin-off book.
Oh, just one spin-off book?
There's
so
only
far,
one out in the spin-off so
because I
far.
do believe the second one comes out next year.
Do I know what it is?
Um, I don't know. But
Popular
we can tell you
author.
afterwards. If
Yeah,
you,
we
Go
can.
find. Okay, yeah. Tell me afterwards.
yeah, because
Let's wrap this up.
but it's an author that Karina absolutely loves.
Okay.
That she read something with us earlier.
Okay.
And to answer this, I'm pretty sure we're all going to say
Yeah.
yes, we're going to reread it for when the next one comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And I think it will be. I'm hoping. I mean, as long as I don't dislike it more than I have, I think that my biggest problems I've already spoken on. So I'm hoping I actually like it a little bit more, and I can just really spend some quality time in it and hit it in a better spot in my life than having to split it up a little bit.
right.
I know my answer to this question. I will gobble up everything she writes, but would y'all read another book by this author?
I would. I don't know if I'm interested in pucking around. If she did more fantasy, I think maybe.
Hmm.
So yeah, potentially. And I'm gonna be because I'm gonna read the sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Same.
true.
I want to read the sequel because I'm curious
Technically,
as to where
yeah.
the story's going. And I also want to read Beautiful Things. Even though I'm not a huge historical romance reader, I love historical fiction, but I don't really read a lot of historical romance. But I am interested in how she does it. So I do want to. I think I have Beautiful Things borrowed off of Prime Reading. So at some point, I do want to try it because
See,
the cover is stunning. The sprayed edges are stunning.
they really are. See, I think next year I want to do a couple of videos doing genres I don't typically reach for,
Mhm.
i.e., historical romance. I have a horror video theme idea,
I got a couple horror recs for you right here.
but everything I have actually books listed for each genre that I don't reach for,
Mhm.
and they all have some sort of queerness added to it. Because I'm wondering if I can
It's 3:30.
find things that I like
Yeah.
in these genres if I start with a genre that I know I love, which is a queer book. You went
I've got
premature
queer
book.
Rex for horror because I've been reading queer Rex.
I
Well,
may let
I know
you.
CG Drew is a big one.
Let's be honest. When I get to the horror themed video, I may just ask Nikki to take over my channel and choose the books that I read for the horror
Okay.
themed video.
I bet Karina
Karina would
probably
also
has
be-
some ideas.
Sorry, Amanda.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I bet Karina probably knows a few as well.
Yeah, Karina. So that's literally what I was saying too. Is Karina would be a good choice too because she's been reading a lot of horror this year, and a lot of we've overlapped on a lot of things too. But she's been reading some queer horror too, so she'd be a great person to ask.
It might be a good idea to let you choose two, let her choose two, and then I choose the fifth.
Yeah, because then it gives you something that you've been interested in that too.
Mm-hmm.
I followed a TikToker who they have their own store in England.
Mm-hmm.
It's a queer owned store. They do not ship to the US, but the owner constantly does recommendation videos.
Mm-hmm.
And the entirety of the month of October each week, if you want horror, here's trans horror, here's sapphic horror, here's this type of horror, like for each week of the month. And I wrote down several that I was like, I want to look into this. I want to look into that one.
Yeah.
I remember I sent you a couple that I found off of Goodreads from their Goodreads giveaway. So there's a couple I remember sending you. I think one was trans horror.
Yeah, that one. Oh, I'm really interested in that one. So that might be the one, because that one I think deals with. Isn't that the one that deals with shape shifting and werewolves?
Maybe I can't remember, but I remember there's like two in particular that I know were
I
queer and
remember it was
horror
a.
that I sent you.
I know it was a white cover. I have it on my wish list. Listen, we'll get there.
It's on your wish list. I have your wish list saved in my Amazon account. So let me see if I can.
Listen, you might not find it on the wish list with everything that I've been adding. I've been adding a lot of Wicked and Wizard of Oz things to my wish list lately because to keep it in my eye, because when I'm able to have my own library back, I have decided I am doing a Wizard of Oz themed library.
Oh, cool.
I had a dream the other night and saw it so vivid that I've already got pieces. I mean, I have an entire shelf like right there of my Wizard of Oz stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually found things on Amazon that are almost 100% accurate to what was in that dream.
That's cool.
And I went, okay, I'm taking this as a sign.
You should put it in a separate list of your library room, like your Wizard of Oz library room, so that way you don't lose anything, and you can make that public too.
I was going to. I just right now it's like let me add to here, so I don't forget to add these.
Yeah, I get that.
Also,
I feel that. I do that all the time.
I was just looking at your wish list, Clint. I saw you have Before Dorothy on there. I actually read that back in July and actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, weirdly, Sterling got it recommended to him, and he was like, "This might be something you might like."
Is it fantasy or?
I think it's just fiction. I think
it's
before they got Dorothy.
There's no fantasy whatsoever. It's just historical.
But it's about Auntie M and her husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how they got together.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, surprisingly.
Okay. Would y'all... Oh, not to cut you off.
Oh, it's okay.
Would y'all recommend North is the Night to others?
Yeah, I think it's a solid fantasy.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
But I would also tell them don't go into it thinking it's your typical sapphic fantasy.
Yeah. But it's perfect for wintertime.
Yeah, definitely. I think when I did my holiday-a-thon announcement, I think I even mentioned if you don't get it to in November with us, you can definitely read it in December. I think Drew said he was going to read it in December.
Covered in snow.
Yeah. It's very perfect for winter.
Any lingering questions or thoughts on the book?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
I know I asked this one in Bob, but I also like to ask it when I'm here too. But was anyone a hoe?
I hope for a lot of things. What do you mean?
What was
Okay,
his Shay's
in
question?
Bob, our friend Shay, every time we have a book, there's always one person in the book who drives her nuts and she wants to beat the living daylights out of. And she's like, he's just a freaking hoe when I'm gone. So that has become like a running question.
I don't know if I had anyone really like that. I mean, there was definitely characters I didn't love, but I don't think there was any that I was like, you can die at any second. I will not care.
And Kay said she did recommend it to her boys.
Oh, good. Can you please stop?
At least in this book, there's no like actual like anything really too inappropriate for kids.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Well, the sex scene was kind of fade to black almost.
Yeah, it wasn't that insane, and they only really talked a little bit about for both sets, kind of the stolen touches and glances.
I kind of liked how she made it that way in this book, and that it wasn't too explicit. Because I felt like it for this particular book, like the way it she had the storyline that it wasn't too in depth into those particular scenes because it wasn't necessarily needed for this book. And even though there was kind of some little things here and there, it wasn't too bad. Like it wasn't. I felt like it didn't like. I'm trying to decide how to pick my words here. Like it wasn't like I think she did a good job making it so it wasn't like too explicit, so anybody could really read it.
I agree.
Not
Compared to some things that I read.
Okay,
Yeah.
to compare this to Pucking Around. To me, this I don't know if I would
It's
knowing
tame.
her other series. This is tame as heck.
Yeah, compared to Pucking Around.
to listen, polyamorous relationship with 3 guys, 1 girl, and 2 of the guys doing things. Listen, this is tame. And book 2 brings in toys getting played. So I'm like, this is tame.
I like that. There's been some fantasies that I've been reading lately that doesn't have the spice, or at least like more tame, one scene maybe. And I'm enjoying that more than I would if it was just all sex. Like, I don't know. I just really like that it's more like some of these seem to be more focused on the fantasy itself, like the storyline itself, versus getting in each other's pants. And I've been really liking that.
Yeah.
I mean, our book last month, Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kimmerer. The few sex scenes we got weren't like
towards the end of the book.
And it wasn't about the whole, it was more educational because she's never done anything. So it was like, let me teach you and let me show you. I'll do it, then you do it, then I'll do it, then you'll do it. Like, and it wasn't such like a big, like, oh, we're going to do this huge explicit scene and she just automatically knows how to do everything.
Right.
And I appreciate that, seeing that in books like this now.
Yeah, I've just been loving it. I've been loving getting a story versus, because I mean, there's a time and place for it all, right? And obviously, if I read dark romance, I know we're going to get it in almost every chapter. Yeah, but that's what I go in it for mostly. But these like fantasies, it's like I really just want to enjoy this fantastical story. I don't care if you guys hit Pound Town. I just want to see you make it to where you need to go. You know.
Mm-hmm. Kay says, I like it when there's no spice too. It just because I'm more comfortable recommending them to my youngest. Yeah. Understandable.
Very.
Okay. So did any of our ratings change?
What did I say?
I think you said a 4.
Yeah, I think it's probably probably 3 or 3.5. I gotta decide. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think just the few aspects that I talked about, those are big aspects for me. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. 3.5 is probably where I'll end up.
I think I'm kind of sticking with my 4, but I'm thinking maybe going down to a 3.5, but round it up to a 4.
Mm-hmm.
this for Goodreads, but yeah, I'm thinking somewhere maybe 3.75
Yeah.
because there's a couple of other things that I brought up that I realized, oh yeah, I wasn't as much of a fan of.
Yeah.
So maybe like a 3.75.
That's a good rating.
My rating last year was a 6. This year is a 5. Like, I still enjoy it, but I'm not like as obsessed that I was last year.
Yeah.
Right.
And that could be because it was one of the I won an arc by an author I love. Immediately started reading it, especially when I found out she numbered her arcs, and
Oh,
I got
cool.
number 1,
Oh
the
wow.
first one she signed, because
That's
she
cool.
gave out 5 arcs and she numbered each one.
Wow.
Because another one of my Instagram friends won an arc and he got number 4.
Cool.
So it's like, oh, I just thought maybe she put number 1 on all of them. But I was like, oh, okay. So I won the first arc. Okay. So it was just one of
Cool.
those moments of, I think it was just the enjoyment of
Yeah.
all that at once.
Excitement, enjoyment, which could definitely be it. But I mean, you still enjoyed it, so.
Um,
Feel you, Amanda. I'm about to take a nap.
Kay says, I want to feel the fantasy when I read that. When I read that, I mean, if I want smut, I read smut. LOL.
Exactly.
Truth. But thank you everybody for joining. I know we had Kay, Karina, Ray, and Jasmine in the comments. I think I hit everybody that was.
Yeah.
And for anybody who joins us later, who finishes the book and comes back and watches, thank you. Thank you, Nikki, for joining us. It was so much fun getting to see your face on camera.
I know it's been so long since I've been with you guys, and so when Amanda texted me, I was like, "Well, yeah, I'll hang out."
Yeah, she was like, "Well, Nikki finished the book earlier," and I was like, "Do we want to see if Nikki wants to join us?" I could text her. It's like, "Do it, do it, do it, do it."
I'm so glad you joined us.
Yes. But I would say join us next month reading, but we do not have a December book. We are taking it off, but do be on the lookout for December 10th. Our announcements from our channels and maybe a couple of others may do an announcement joining us for our first picks for Fiction Falls in the new year, which I think everybody, and my understanding is everybody and their monkey's uncle has read what we're going to be talking about, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, so besides me and Clint's announcements, there's going to be at least 2 other announcements besides us, I believe.
Cool.
And do believe one of them's already slightly mentioned us in her
oh yeah, I think she did. I watched one of her videos.
Book journal that she's setting up for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
But I was going to say something and my brain went completely blank mid-sentence. What the heck? Well, thank y'all for joining. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe. Go follow Amanda if you haven't. And then I will also add Nikki later when the edit. Go add her on Instagram. She is the best.
And I love her posts on Instagram.
Yes.
I haven't been posting in so long. I have Christmas ones. I just need to get them edited and posted up.
So that's all we've got for you guys. Embrace your inner rainbow. Take care of your mental health. Hydrate or mummify, as they say. And until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulously gay day, month, year, whatever it is. I hope it's fabulously gay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
In the broadcast.